Hey folks, this is Bardic Dragoon. Welcome back to Let's Play Castlevania Circle of the Moon. So when we last left off... Well, oh yeah, we were in the clock tower. We're not there anymore if you hadn't noticed already. And that's because, well, a couple of different things. Mainly the fact that one thing I'm realizing with this game, and it seems, in my experience, like it's mostly this particular Castleroid that does this, but the drop rates aren't very friendly for, like, playing the game efficiently. I mean, I don't know, I'm kind of curious to see, but then again, speedrunning is one of those things where they kind of invent their own rules to how to play the game almost, but what does a speedrun of this game look like? I'm kind of curious. Do they even use things like the DSS system or whatever? I don't know, do I... Oh, wait. There we go. But yeah, so I decided to go back and get something. Specifically, I decided to go back and get the Serpent DSS card. Get over here. Damn it. So that way we could do this. And by this I mean what I'm trying to do here, not what I'm actually doing. What I'm doing here is failing at using frozen floating brains to reach a higher place to get a small, I think it's a health upgrade that's up here. There we go. Haha! Yep, health upgrade. But yeah, because, well, I haven't actually gotten any DSS drops. I mean, it's not abnormal, because the way the DSS works as far as drops, it pretty much is all... There's only certain enemies that will actually drop DSS cards. And so yeah, you're kind of... Basically, you've got to, you know, kill those certain enemies in order to get the DSS cards. For example, the Serpent card is only dropped by 2 enemies. The first of which, this guy right here, who has a base, I think it's like 2.5% chance to drop it. Though with my luck modifier, which, by the way, in my quest to do this, I also picked up some other stuff. A lot of magic gauntlets, 'cause that's the other thing that Earth Demon drops, but yeah. Including the luck ring, but yeah, with my luck with the modifier based on my luck stat, it ended up coming close to like 4.5%, I think. Where am I trying to go? Okay, I'm trying to go there, okay. But yeah. And so... But yeah. The drop rate, the other one that's in the game is one that we won't get much later, which almost to the point where by the time we can get the other enemy that drops it, we end up already getting an ability that kind of completely makes, well, I suppose not completely overwrites the usefulness of this. Alrighty. But yeah, I suppose it doesn't completely overwrite this, because yeah, the main thing with the Serpent card, at least early on, like where we're at right now in the game, is the fact that, well, as you saw, it allows you to hit enemies and freeze them. Oh, what? Heck yeah, the Cockatrice card. I believe that's... Yes. Did I actually... Yes, I did equip it. Okay. Awesome. It's another attribute card. Because, yeah, I didn't really explain it because we only had 2 DSS cards total. But, yeah. The way it works with DSS is there are 2 types of cards. The top row are action, the bottom... Or, is that what they call them? Yeah, action. Are action cards. The bottom row are attribute cards. And basically each action card does a certain thing. Let's see, it does 231. Okay, so... I think I'll stick with this one. But yeah, each attribute card, or each action card does a certain thing. For example, we've got Mercury. Mercury changes up the effect of the whip. And so then we end up with each of the attributes. Salamander, the one we started with, one of the few, like, common drops in the game, is a, well, it's a fire attribute. So in the case of combining Salamander and Mercury, you get a Fire Whip. Serpent is a water attribute, or ice, I'm not sure which actually. And so it gives you a Freezing Whip that allows you to freeze enemies and use them as platforms. And so Cockatrice is stone element, or a stone attribute. Yeah, okay, we can go over here. I believe we can get to this now. I could be wrong. What's up? Alright. But yeah. And so it gives us that Stone Whip, which allows us to turn enemies to stone. Though the advantage of the... Yeah, okay, we can't get up here yet. The advantage of the or the Serpent Mercury combo as opposed to the Cockatrice Mercury combo is that Serpent actually lowers your attack power. Though, as far as the way that I understand it, the way that each of those works is the effect turning them to stone in the case of the Cockatrice, and freezing them in the case of the Serpent card. Yeah, I don't think we should be here. I think, if I'm not mistaken, yep, we can't get down there. But yeah, each one of them is basically when you hit the target, if it pushes them, if it either kills them or pushes them to like critical health, I think. I'm not 100% sure on that. We're running low enough on health. Let's do a quick stop off to refuel our health. But yeah, it basically will turn them to stone or ice depending on whichever card you're using. So I suppose the reduction in attack power really doesn't mean much. Which means I just spent, now that I've got the stone card, pretty much wasted all that time. Bodskins. Okay, fool me once, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, damn, I'm stupid. There's nothing else that can be said at that moment. And I didn't even need to be over here anyway. Yay for me. Okay. But yeah. Because, yeah, the main thing is, like I said, I'm finding, because originally I was going to take on the boss of the clock tower, except there's one thing with that boss. It's a boss that's designed as one of those giant sacks of hit point kind of design of hell. I mean, he has a lot of hit points. Ow. But yeah, he has a lot of hit points. Ow. There we go. But he has a lot of hit points, and he actually can heal himself on a semi-regular basis throughout the fight. So his hit points are even higher. And I pretty much, even with the Fire Whip equipped, wasn't doing much damage. I was kind of looking at it like, part of what made me decide I wanted to do this as a Let's Play was actually playing, ended up buying a couple of months back ended up buying this on the Wii U Virtual Console, mostly because I had a digital deluxe system that was near the end, or like when the program was ending in December 2014, and like I was a little over $20 away from getting a, one last credit, $5 credit, whatever. I was like, okay, well, you know what? Why not? I've got a lot of things on my wish list that I wanted anyway, and had about $20 to spare. So I was like, okay, whatever, I'll buy, I think about this, Harmony of Dissonance, and the Pikmin short movies, which, by the way, those are really fun to watch. I partially wonder, was it better to buy them as I did on the Wii U rather than the 3DS? I mean, high def versus stereoscopic 3D, I don't know. But I did enjoy them the way that I did purchase them, so there's that. But anyway. So I ended up buying this, and I was playing it, and it's like, I remember, as I said, this was like the first Game Boy Advance game I played, probably or one of the early ones anyway. I don't think it was the first. I think the first one I owned was Advance Wars. I love that game. I haven't really liked any of the games since the first one. Okay, wait, which one do I have now? I want this one. There we go. Ow, stupid gremlins. But yeah, it's neither here nor there. Point is, yeah, I played this before on the original system. And yeah, I'm gonna go this way. And so I remember enjoying it, but I also remember being a lot harder, like really ridiculously hard. That was one of those things, games that I played, like this one. I think I played 6 to 10 years. Actually, no, Wait, it's 2014, so that's actually like 10 to 15. Oh god, I'm old. Anyway, but yeah, when I first played this, it was like I had a heck of a time trying to beat this game. And so it's kind of like, you know, one of those, I enjoy kind of going back to these games and kind of seeing how the way that I approach games, the way that I play them, and just the fact that, you know, you do anything for enough time, you get better at it. And yeah, I've gotten, well, lots better. I mean, I sit there and play games. I remember like spending months trying to play it. I mean, I'm sure part of that's probably the fact that my parents were very restrictive on how much time I could spend playing games, but yeah, I would spend weeks and months trying to beat this game, and then I'd play it now. It's like, why was this hard? But yeah, and so it's kind of one of those things, you know, I kind of bought it, like, okay, I remember enjoying it, even though it was like ridiculously hard. I had so much trouble with the game. I didn't even like complete it. I barely beat like the main campaign and kind of just stopped there. There's stuff that I'm going to include in this playthrough, mainly the arena, that, yeah, my back in barely starting high school self would have probably curled into the fetal position and cried, considering the number of things that just were stupidly hard to me. I mean, I remember being stuck for like a week or two trying to beat the first boss fight in this game. I was terrible at video games when I was a kid. No, I don't know, maybe not terrible per se, but yeah, I spent most of my time playing turn-based RPGs, like turn-based JRPGs, and I wouldn't even say I was very good at those, because I really didn't pay attention to the math that was going behind the scenes that actually made stuff work. Am I going the wrong way? I think I'm going the wrong way, or can I even go the way that I think I need to go? But yeah, so it's kind of, you know, go back, see, you know, is it actually, you know, better game going back and playing it? And like I said, it was, in a lot of ways, it was a better game. Where am I at? No, glad it can't go through there, okay. It was like a lot better game than I remember it being. I mean, I think when I originally played through, I didn't even realize DSS cards existed, or didn't use anything beyond the initial combo that it gave you. But yeah, I was playing through it, and I kind of just casually playing through it, you know, doing stuff and things, and ended up finding, like, you know, okay, I actually like the DSS system. It adds some variety to the gameplay, but yeah, it's kind of just semi-random enough that I love doing that. But yeah, just kind of one of these things. It adds some extra depth, but it does it. I don't know. I really liked it, and that was way too far. Try that again. There we go. Yeah, of course. Now that I've spent the video talking about how DSS cards are kind of rare drops, I'm getting them left and right, of course. Watch, this video's gonna not even work. Okay, I think, what does Venus do? Oh, right, okay. Venus is a stat boost. That's what it does. So, I think we've got my favorite combo here. Nope. Maybe. Yeah. Fortunately, for some reason, the game does not show me the description of the combos. But I think what I'm using right now is like one of my favorite combos in this game. And that would be, well, Venus Cockatrice. Because if I remember correctly what this does, this boosts... What just happened? Okay, maybe this isn't the combo I'm thinking it is. Where am I even going? I'm going the wrong way. I went in this direction. Okay, whatever. We'll go back to... Yeah, it's a defense boost, but I really don't care. Especially because it's not even a very large defense boost. I mean, 245 to... Oh, okay. Actually, it's a pretty sizable defense boost. Never mind. But 220 to... Actually, that isn't that much of a defense... much of an offense boost. I think... Yeah, it's not too much different, and I get the fire attribute, which... I mean, arguably is a two-edged sword. I mean, if you happen to find something that is resistant to fire... you're kind of SOL there, but as far as I'm aware, well, not right now. There'll be some enemies I'll probably want to switch to, though. I'll probably go for, at that point, the Cockatrice Whip. Maybe, I don't know. But the Cockatrice Whip does provide a better bonus, plus, but then again, turning enemies to stone kind of just makes things harder than they need to be in some respects. I'm pretty sure I know where I'm going. I laid this path out. I've tried a couple of test recordings, and the videos keep not recording properly. So I'm kind of flying half blind here, because it's been a while since the last time I tried recording. Just because I got sick and tired of the videos not recording. Especially because some of them were really good runs. And okay, well, I can't do anything much here, but there is something. Yeah, I can get up here, which, that's right, doesn't lead anywhere. But I think with double jump, I can get to something at least moderately worthwhile here. Nope, okay, I already got it. Never mind. That's okay, I know where I'm going. Because this isn't too far from where I need to be. I hate flea men, by the way. I probably should have just been tackling through stuff like that. Because, yeah, if you had noticed, the tackle actually does count as an attack. I think it does the same damage as your whip. So it's really good for, like, if you're just running through the castle, clearing, like, walking through weaker rooms. Using the tackle is a really good idea. And, yeah, not a bad idea to top off our health. And then, I think I want to go this way. No, I do not want to go this way. I did not want that at all. Okay, oh. Okay. Never mind, I know what I'm doing. And even if I don't, I'm going to pretend like I do, and eventually figure it out. That makes for good, can't even really say good television. This isn't television. If this were television, I probably wouldn't have a job, because this probably isn't that good. Yeah. What am I even talking about? I kind of forgot. Oh. But yeah. And so it's kind of one of these things, and so as I was playing this, like, yeah, this wasn't as much fun as when I was playing on the Wii U, and I was trying to figure out why, and then it hit me. I looked at my save file on the Virtual Console, and it kind of hit me what was different. On that one, it was a playthrough where I was kind of just, like I said, I was just kind of casually playing around, you know, I was, Spotskins! I need to leave the room and reset that enemy, great. Get out of my way, bomb. Get out of my way, bomb skeleton. No, turn off the magic. Okay. But yeah, and so I actually looked at my save file on that, and I realized, I mean, it's more or less in kind of the same place where we're at now, a little farther along. That one I actually just beat the boss that I'm planning to do next video. Hey, that was not what I wanted to do, sort of. I did kill a skeleton, that was my goal, I just didn't plan to drop down to where I am now. And, okay, I do have the ice whip, okay, good enough. But yeah, it's like just a little bit farther along, but like the playtime was upwards of like 3 to 5 times as long as this playthrough was going, and I noticed I had a lot more like enemy drops and things like that. No! Damn it. But yeah, I had a lot more like items in my inventory and things like that, and it hit me. I mean, this one I've been going through using a map to make sure I find the most efficient route, Spotskins, to get all the like little secret items and health increases and all those fun little things like that. And yeah, I was kind of just rushing through well, maybe not rushing is the right word, but like going through the game in like a quick, efficient manner rather than just kind of the meandering of my more casual play on the Virtual Console version of the game. And it kind of hit me, oh, that's the difference. The one thing, I mean, like I think I mentioned in an earlier video, with the one thing that makes sense to me of the RPG mechanics in Metroidvania style games is kind of the random drops, especially like the way they did it in this, and Aria of Sorrow and Dawn of Sorrow, where, you know, well, actually, I also did it Actually, I think I might have even done it in Portrait of Ruin. I don't know. Like I said, that's the one. I'm pretty sure I beat Harmony of Dissonance at some point in my life. But yeah, it's like the only out of the Metroidvania titles that I have not really played much of, even though I actually like bought it day one, is Portrait of Ruin. And yeah, something about that one just did not sit with me. I do not like Portrait of Ruin. I can't even put my finger on why. I recently like went and found an emulator and started trying to pin down what do I not like about this game. I can't put my finger on it. I just don't like it. I don't know. You get those things sometimes. But anyway, you know, if I probably slowed down and was more careful about what I was doing, this maybe wouldn't be so terrible to watch. Great, and I just killed something. On the bright side, Mind Restore. That's not all that great. If you have a good intellect, you don't really need Mind Restores too often. But yeah, interesting thing. I'm sure you've probably seen it before with me accidentally killing the floating brains, but if you hit a frozen enemy, it will kill them. Anyway, but yeah, as I was saying, and it's kind of the random drops, especially when that leads to alternate play styles and things like that, are kind of one of the things. It's like the thing that makes the most sense to me out of the whole introducing RPG elements into the kind of Metroid-y kind of formula that the Metroidvania games are known for. But yeah, the thing is, and I think it's kind of unique to this particular one, as I was playing around in Aria of Sorrow a little bit, just kind of seeing, you know, what were the drop rates like in that, just like not actually looking up tables and like drop tables and things like that because I'm lazy. Actually, it's probably not even that hard to look up. Might even be easier to find than this one because a lot of people liked Aria of Sorrow. This one is kind of seen as it was okay but not really great entry in the series. But yeah, just playing through and it's kind of like, you know, I mean, still casual play though, considering it was like maybe 50 minutes total play time while watching a TV show in the back, or like having a TV show in the background that I was probably paying just as much attention to as I was the game that I was playing. And yeah, I ended up like with 10 different souls, and it was a lot more friendly to the idea of why I like the idea of random drops in this particular style of game. Whereas this one, like I said, I mean, you know, I won't say I was, you know, playing this the exact same way that I was playing Aria of Sorrow, where, like I was talking about there, but, oh, turn that off. There we go. But, you know, it's still, like, kind of straightforward. You know, like I said, 30 to 50 minutes of playtime, I got through the first 2 bosses and had, you know, maybe 10 different souls drop from enemies. You know, 50 minutes of play, I've cleared 2 bosses, getting close to my 3rd, and, you know, how many item drops have we gotten in this playthrough? Much less how many ability and gameplay altering item drops have we gotten. It, yeah, kind of shows, you know, I mean, this one, where am I even? Spent so much time trying to do that, I forgot where I was. Okay, that's where I am. But yeah, it just kind of shows the difference in the drop rates and how, you know, that can kind of affect the experience in a title like this, whatever. I'm kind of rambling right now. It's a thing I do on a regular basis, but I feel like I should probably try not to ramble as much. I don't know. But yeah. And it's just something I was thinking about. So like, okay, well, that plus I was thinking, considering my, even using, you know, DSS cards that we had before I started this video, it just seemed like one of those, you know what, I should try and do a little bit of grinding, and I decided I was going to get that DSS card combo actually. I don't know, with me spending so much time on that, but yeah. I think we're going to call it a video here, but yeah, like I was saying, that trying to get that, I figured I'd get that DSS card combo so I could get those 2 things. It's a lot easier to get them later in the game, you actually get an ability that's like do a really high vertical jump that makes pretty much what I just did there with the floating brains inconsequential. But yeah, I pretty much just opted to, you know, I'll go get that card, you know, open up more options for the DSS cards, and, you know, get a little grinding in, maybe get a little bit better equipment, some experience, like, not intentionally go out of my way, like, super grindy, but I did spend like 15 minutes probably on that stupid flying demon trying to get that DSS card to drop. But anyway, this has been a very meandering episode of Let's Play Castlevania Circle of the Moon. Tune in next time where we're a little more focused, and we'll probably won't get to a boss fight because there's still a few more things that I want to get to on our way to the clock tower. Or not, I don't know. Anyway, until then, as always, later folks.